Hello, my name is Ian Pritchard. Welcome to the first of a series of videos entitled Why Another Bach Harpsichord Recording? Part 1. Earl. Earl Russell was an extraordinary man. I first met him when I was an undergraduate at the Oberlin Conservatory. It must have been around 1996. I began my undergraduate degree in 1995. A World War II veteran, Earl originally made his career as an English professor, but he was also a harpsichord maker, an exceptional one. A native of Cleveland, he built harpsichords and other instruments in his spare time, a hobby that turned into a profession when he retired from teaching. He was an active member of the early music community in Ohio and moved to Oberlin upon retirement, specifically to be closer to the conservatory and its prominent historical performance program. Today, there is a scholarship in his name at Oberlin. Earl and I became good friends over the course of my time at Oberlin, and at the end of my degree, he built my harpsichord, the very harpsichord that I use for my Bach CD, the one I'm sitting in front of right now. It's a copy of the Colburn Rookers, an historic instrument which is quite popular for modern copies. It's a beautiful instrument, but the most extraordinary thing about it, perhaps, is the fact that it was a gift. At the end of his life, Earl started making instruments for free for students at the conservatory. I remember him telling me once that he was tired of people purchasing them, instruments from him, and not sort of properly playing them, and he'd rather give them for free to students who had really used them and who really needed them. Earl was an incredibly generous person. I also remember that he told me to just pay him back for supplies whenever I had the chance, and I certainly didn't have the means to do so when I was a student at Oberlin. We actually took a funny sort of class trip in the middle of the school year. Oberlin has this sort of winter intensive, and all of the harpsichord students, along with several organists, went to France. And in France, we visited the Musée Unterlinden, where the original Colburn Rookers 1624 instrument is held. And we acquired plans and traveled back to Ohio, and then Earl built this. And I have such fond memories of Earl, and of course I'm eternally grateful to him for this extraordinary instrument at a time when I really needed it most, not being able to afford one. So I do hope that my CD, which is dedicated to Earl, is ultimately a way to thank him for this amazing gift.